Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today it is time to get back into Peaky Blinders. This is Season 2, Episode 4. I cannot wait. I hope we get some more Alfie. Of course, we're going to get more Tommy. But Sabini is not taking any prisoners. Can't wait to see how this plays out.
Just give me some more Tom Hardy. I absolutely love it, and I'm ready, willing, and able to see what he's got in store now.
Yeah, this season has absolutely delivered. Things are getting a little sketchy, though, so I'm excited to see how this episode goes down.
Bring me more Peaky Blinders. Let's go!
Oh, Digbus the kid's funeral. Oh, no. Another mother. Yeah.
Oh,
She caught him.
Boy, the music in this series is outstanding.
Start
This
off
showdown between these two.
I didn't expect it to go beyond Season 1.
You might think this is a curious place for me to suggest a meeting. What? The surprises have only just begun.
You know, it was only a matter of time before he had the upper hand. Just a little bit.
Yep.
You look a little unsteady, Mr. Shelby. Take a seat.
Better start thinking fast, Tommy.
I thought the Fenians had a policy.
Enough.
Hey, of not mixing the personal with the political.
I said enough.
I think I will decide on what is enough.
Oh, who's in charge here then, eh? Who's in charge?
Perhaps we can stick to the agenda.
Whose agenda?
There's a form of words here.
Whose words?
Arrogant bastard.
Just come to order.
I'm here to listen, but not to the infantry.
Enough!
Oh.
Jeez. Tensions.
Well, now that we're all acquainted.
Behalf of pro-treaty Republicans here in Birmingham.
You, working for the king.
There is a unique political situation.
Yeah? How does that feel?
Let us
Tell me.
to the
How does that fucking feel?
I'm laughing
You
at.
want me to stop laughing? Explain this, pal.
Following the success,
Yeah.
Will you shut up?
can we just conduct ourselves here, please? Conduct ourselves.
Please.
No one in this room wants to breathe the same air as anyone else.
Wow.
Now, what the is this?
Love how it's never just a slide. You
No.
just got to add that little extra aggression and just pick up. And
I am.
Did you ask why in France?
Yeah.
So it's the same answer. Because.
You gotta have cause.
because
I don't like him.
Because if anyone connects me to this, it will be assumed that it was a criminal act and not a political one.
No, you need not fear being connected to the killing, because I will see to it that no connection is ever made. You will have complete immunity after the fact.
Oh, yeah.
You will get no help from agents of the crime.
And we can't be seen to be involved.
You've been chosen, Mr. Shelby. And there really is no choice.
No equals. Bang. And your man here will shed no tears as he looks the other way.
Nevertheless, I say no.
Oh,
See ya.
deuces.
Tommy's the only one with resources, right? That can pull this off, which is why they're.
That's why he can walk.
I have men in places your men can't go. Donald Henry meets the anti-treaty baddies in the back room of the Mother Red Cap in Salt Lake, sometimes twice a week.
Oh.
You are stepping into a world you don't understand.
Ooh, wow.
If what you're saying is true, he'll be dealt with.
Oh,
Bring me proof the spy is dead, then we have a deal.
Oh,
That was heavy
oh,
duty.
the turntables have turned.
One starts to this episode.
Oh,
The table.
and you're surprised?
The turn.
Surprised?
Surprised?
Oh my
No.
God, none of us can speak.
I can.
No, boy. What do we got here? They look excited.
Yeah. Well, drinking and having a good time.
Oh, this is going to end bad.
And whack.
Oh.
You might have to edit out the scene there, Diamond Dave.
Oh, my God.
Jesus.
This guy's working a little snug.
Oh,
Somebody must have... was it racetrack day?
Must have
Grand
been.
opening day?
Yeah, grand closing.
uh-oh. I think that's him.
Oh, my God.
Mario!
Oh.
The baby's day's done! I'll protect you now. Do you want to tell them or should I? This place is under new management.
Oh.
By order of the Peaky Blinders.
Oh.
It's grand opening day.
Race day.
Every day is race day.
Wow, what a scene. Holy shit.
Dude, we are, what, 8 minutes into this?
It was some weird, wild stuff. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Well,
Well, there's our.
there's our spy,
Yep.
Henry Russell.
Oh, he was a soldier.
Dude, the gasoline that's just been poured in this to this point so far.
Oh, he's finally found the blood up there.
Did you not realize?
Well, he was rubbing on it.
Yeah.
It's still kind of fresh, so.
Might be triggering.
Yeah, blood on your hands.
Somebody to see you, Mr. Shelby. He says he's come about the position of accounts clerk.
I'll send him in.
Just for me, sir.
Thank you. Michael.
He likes it. Mikey likes it.
Mikey likes it.
Mum says you've had 6 different accounting clerks in the last 6 months. When respectable men see the other things you do, they leave. But I, like Lizzie out there, already know what you do.
Well, Lizzie does some other things as well, though.
I know both sides, and well, you know you can trust me. I want to help you, Tommy. Become legal. Do the right thing.
Just ask Dom how trustworthy I am.
Does Polly know you're here, Michael?
I'm 18 on Friday. I'll go where I please.
Ouch.
You found your mother. Good luck.
I mean,
That's the only interview he's got to pass.
I mean,
Yep.
Tommy's not wrong in doing that.
No, he probably doesn't want another gun pulled on him.
Yeah.
I have an appointment. Come in.
Like Grace for a second.
Oh, no,
sure.
it's
The horse.
the business partner.
May Carlton.
Mr. Shelby's is gave you this address.
He said it was a gambling den. I told him that I'd wanted to see one since I'm always reading about them in the papers. Quite the big scandal in the Telegraph lately. Anyway, he said that I could come and have a look. And now I feel a bit of an idiot because I'm early and he's late and I have no idea how to behave.
In a gambling den.
Sorry I'm late. It was a family matter. Yes, mate, keep it locked up for a minute.
She do?
Be my guest.
I'll show you around.
Yeah, it's wide open space. Wide open.
It's out in the open. What about the police?
What about him?
She looks in very good condition, considering she's not been out on the gallops.
Curly's the best horseman in England.
I have a man called Mickey who'd argue the point.
Curly here is our horse himself.
She's blessed, very blessed.
Well, she's from the best stock.
But I'd rather have a colour pony mixed blood is stronger.
Not to win the derby, Curly.
Don't like them racing, Tommy, not the way they beat them. She's all yours.
Thank you.
Interesting. We're gonna have to remember that.
Well, you've got time to take the lady to the garrison. Show her the spa and the tea rooms.
Jeez.
Here's the garrison. Show yourself around.
What do you drink?
So early, but gin.
Well,
Gin that early?
ugh. Wow.
More power to you.
Oh, just straight. Okay.
She can't put a
Goodness, with
mint
something?
leaf in it or something.
Goodness, with something.
Like what?
Tonic?
Water?
Gin and tonic, yeah. And maybe some juice, some gin and juice.
He's not a mixologist.
There's not much room in there.
Jesus.
No ice.
You want to me, Mrs. Carlton?
Whoa.
What?
Perhaps because I represent something to you. We should have this conversation before the booze starts talking for us.
Wow, smooth operator, this one.
Because you're paying me a lot of money to train your horse. That's why I'm here. Really that?
Good.
That's what she says now.
The toast then. To the horse.
Business
To the derby.
partner.
She'll get to know him a little more, and then she'll fall in love.
Just like I said.
Before I took your account, I did some credit checks on you.
Oh boy.
Apparently, you don't exist.
Well,
My existence is questionable.
You know, I still don't know what you're going to call your horse.
The horse will be called Grace's Secret.
Oh.
Interesting.
Grace's Secret.
she doesn't care because Oxide means nothing to her.
She's working on about a gallon of gin.
What if Michael really leaves?
Just gotta let him go, Paul. He'll get a job in an office in London. I'm sure he'll write to you.
He made a big speech about wanting to help you build up a respectable business. Oh, he's like his dad. He could make me cry.
There are trains to London.
So I just let him leave.
Every month or so, he'd be back. Well, unless, of course, he meets a girl. And who knows?
Then he's gone.
So is he trying to lay it on Paul Thick
He's trying
to get Michael back into it?
Yeah.
You want him to do this job?
Ollie, I want what you want.
Look at that look.
Qualified candidate.
Well, I lied. There isn't one.
Michael's the qualified.
How much you paying?
The advertised rate.
Like hell.
3 bob.
Like hell.
In 6.
4.
4 it is.
Little pass.
I love him, Tom.
I know. That's why I'll keep him away from the old business. Put him in charge of the new. Agreed?
Agreed.
Oh, Michael's not going to stay away from it. He likes it too much.
Yeah.
But Tommy also has at least a thought that he knows that he's not going to be able to fully keep him away.
Yeah.
Here it is, look.
Heroes, welcome.
18 years old. You're a man today. Give him a drink, Jungle.
There you go, lads.
And after that, we'll go find you a lady of the night.
Arthur.
So you're never late for work.
Wow.
Welcome to the business, Michael.
You're a peaky fucking blinder.
No whiskey. He's at work tomorrow. Give him only dark minds.
Holy cow.
Dark mild.
You all right?
Oh, it just went down.
What is it? Just us? Just us?
We're celebrating.
Just tasteless.
What's going on here?
Isn't this Tommy Hardy's stuff? Or maybe
the bread.
Long here.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm long balling.
We'll be sending out our first export crate. A crate of Riley car spares bound for Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Where there's prohibition.
Where there is prohibition.
Okay.
All over Canada and America. People are making their own booze in bathtubs. The first Shelby Company crate will contain 1,000 Riley carburetors, but hidden in the packing will be 500 bottles Scotch whiskey. And we Shelbys have a license granted by the Minister of the Empire himself, which means our crates won't be searched. Holly, all of the whiskey will be packed at the docks, so Michael can do the books without being involved. Like I've been telling you all for a year now, motor cars are the future.
They're the future.
Come on, Oak. I thought you'd jump on that.
Future.
You know, I hate to see you not even married yet. I have a fine-looking cousin. She'll make your life hell.
You deserve her.
Faith in family's a fine thing, eh? And I wouldn't even be counting. 25 becomes 24, and 24 it is.
You know, I'm no good with numbers, Tom.
And if 24 ever became 23, then that'd be tax. We don't pay tax. No, Tom.
Ooh.
Good man.
And that's how it's going to be.
So you can take one, but not two.
Mm-hmm.
You know I'm no good with numbers. Ah, I love it.
So what we ever keeping in here, Tommy?
Temptation, Billy. Temptation.
Oh,
He is
Shelby
just...
Export Limited. Look at that sign.
Grand opening.
Oh,
Grand opening.
Morning, Arthur. How's this passing?
Morning, Arthur. Just passing.
Morning? Oh, no.
They call me in love. Drink.
He is fired up.
Whiskey, Tommy.
Oh, the long drive ahead.
Your farm.
Mm-hmm. What's this? Olives.
Yeah, it's miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous.
The dealers sell the cocaine. We take a cut. We don't sell direct. The Home Secretary's cracking down on owing this to fuck up everything else, understand?
Yeah.
How much of that 600 came out of your pocket?
It's under control.
Put you down here because people are scared of you, Arthur. But if you don't straighten up, it'll be John's turn in London.
Oh.
Ooh.
I can handle it.
It's under control.
It's under control.
Not from what we saw earlier.
Man, Arthur's journey's just a roller coaster, dude.
It's happy, Tom.
Good.
Oh.
Straighten up, soldier.
So one thing, even though, because Arthur's older brother, right?
Yeah.
It's like he never wants to let Tommy down.
Yeah.
And so it seems like when he does this, he feels so bad about it. But
Oh. Looking for Ada.
Who are you?
oh, the one that paid for this house.
Yep.
And that very late security guard.
Who's he?
He rents a room.
You need to rent out rooms.
Actually, she doesn't charge rent.
He's a writer, which means he's skint.
Can I have a minute with my sister, please?
Yes, of course.
Look at this Tommy out of nowhere, just turning on the charm.
Just turns it right on.
De-escalates.
Like that.
Yep. You ever make me do that again?
Your brummy boys are all over the papers. Just one last push, eh? Then you'll go legit. Just one more obstacle to get round, then it'll all be straight.
Then Tahiti.
And to the heat. One more score.
Men like you are becoming very fashionable down here. No society party in London's complete without a gangster for the girls to go giddy for. What is it that you want?
I don't have any children, Ada. So I've set up a trust fund. The beneficiaries will be John's kids and Carl. In order for Carl to benefit, I need your signature. And money will be transferred in the event of my death.
Are you sick?
I'm just doing what any ordinary man would, putting my affairs in order.
Oh, that music.
Mm-hmm. Just in case he gets double-crossed or the job doesn't go as planned.
Oh,
here we go.
boy. Dude, these two together? Come on. This is going to be mad.
Did you know they was going to take the Eden Club?
I know about the Eden Club, yes.
Did you know they were going to do it before they did it? Because that's the one who's in charge, isn't it?
I know what I know, you know. If you don't know, then you don't fucking know, do you? Talk, all right? I genuinely want to hear you.
You've lost control, Alfie.
Have I?
Everybody knows.
That shot with the tense eyes.
All the time you were talking about dirty Jews. All the fucking time, dirty fucking Jews, dirty dustbins. You want to talk about not getting into places, yeah? The great big elephant in the room.
Great big elephant in the room.
The Peaky Blinders is out of control.
Yeah, they're out of fucking control, mate. They come down the canal, they spread like the fucking clap.
So now they're everybody's problem.
Yeah.
We've been fighting since we was at school. We've been friends.
Yeah.
You know, it goes backwards and forwards. How much better is it when we're friends?
Oh, it's much better, mate, yeah.
Write that down.
But what we're doing here, right, is we're writing down some kind of deal.
A written deal.
Written deal. Good. Well, why don't we discuss the border between the Italians and the Jews going back to Farringdon Road?
That's ancient, isn't it?
Right down Farringdon.
Right down Camden Road.
Just write down peace. Just write down peace.
Need more paper.
Jews and the Italians.
And war against the gypsies.
Oh, boy. I'm just hoping Alfie's playing them.
Which, by the way, that scene was awesome. Let's not gloss over that.
No, it is.
I've had a couple of really epic scenes. The first one, and oh, look at this.
It's not chat.
Saltburn?
Oh, gosh.
Why'd you have to ruin it?
Mr. Thomas
Someone's
Shelby,
drinking some
madam.
bathwater in there.
Oh, you guys.
So does the horse get a whole room, or?
Probably gets its own anchor.
I don't think her money or Tommy's money means anything to her.
No.
Oh, God.
Would you like a whiskey? Scotch or Irish?
Ash. Sorry for the short notice. I was passing.
I ran out of gas going around.
Is there enough light for you to read?
It's fine.
It's getting quite late.
It's getting late, Dave. Let's just take it for what it is.
You don't know.
Mickey says she has the lungs of an elephant.
So he thinks she'll favour good to soft ground, eh?
She needs a lot of work. You hungry?
Yes, a bit. Before I set off for Birmingham, the car needs oil.
Sure, my husband kept some in the garage. I can get someone to do it.
This evening or
tomorrow?
Oh, we're so far away from anywhere people usually stay over. Especially before cars, when it was just carriages. People used to stay over all the time.
But I have a car.
Yes.
And you have engine oil.
This scene.
For a guest to stay, we have a whole wing called guest wing.
Oh, you have a guest wing. No smoke.
Thank you.
Oh, that was did the little flick.
Ignore this, it's actually all right. I put all his photos in a drawer and locked it. As if that was going to make a difference. I'm like a king lighthouse keeper.
Now, do you have a map of the house? Do you have a map? Because I'm not going to be able to find my way in the dark. See, at midnight, I'm going to leave my wing And I'm going to turn the handle of your bedroom door, and none of the maids will know.
There's a man in the house. They listen.
So let them listen.
Okay.
That deal is
It's a business. It's business. It's a business. Purely business.
Total 10.
deal is done.
Let's go and get a drink.
On what?
Come on, it's payday. Everybody has a drink on payday.
Not me.
You think your mum don't have a drink on payday?
Look, they won't serve a black man without a Shelby by his side.
So you're using me?
Yeah? Come on.
Oh,
boy.
No.
This is not going to go well.
2 pints of dark malt, please. That. We're Peaky boys, 2 whiskies.
We're Peaky
Yeah.
Boys.
They are.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, he's got to do
This
that.
kid's
in case
gonna
someone
get
hears.
overly brave.
yeah.
I don't drink with blacks.
Daddy, that okay?
Look, my dad is the preacher around here. He has connections, ask anybody.
Couldn't give a
Do he?
Jesus Christ.
Ooh.
You.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
Where's Mike?
Oh, Mike knows how to handle himself.
Oh, smash bottle.
We ordered some drinks. And we're going to drink them.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
His face, man. Did you see his face? He punched off the kangaroo.
He punched like a kangaroo.
Well, anyway, I need a fucking drink. It's on you. It's on me. You just got paid, so yeah, from you.
Going into the garrison. So it turns out Mikey is built for the life.
So it's as easy as that. As easy as that, John Boy London. You wouldn't believe it. We didn't stick your head in a bucket.
No.
The women, John Boy.
Looking at his cards.
What's happened, sir? Yeah, you've been scrappy.
Some idiots at the Marquis of Lawn tried to stop me and Asar from drinking, but it's all right.
A Marquis, eh? Where's your dad?
That was great. Just
Don't be any chips. Where are you going?
We won't be long.
Oh, you told the wrong person
Where are
on
they
that
going?
one, Michael.
Marks of Lawn. Shane. Was a nice pub.
Joseph.
It was.
The bartender, look, here's my thing. When the bartender saw the other guy talking shit, he
Dave.
should have said who it was right away.
Here you go. Your moment.
Went down and down cold.
You're just gonna go
What's
over.
happening?
They're gonna go over business plans.
Oh, there we go.
Uh oh.
Peacock, Dave. Peacock.
Let's build a fire.
no.
Is this
Business.
desire
Nope.
enough?
Your typical business meeting. Oh no.
Yeah,
Man.
was a nice place.
They got the guy.
Oh, they got the guy.
I can't imagine Tommy's going to be too thrilled with
No,
this.
he's not gonna want that kind of publicity. He's trying to go legit. You can't go around burning down people's pubs.
So they just hired Michael, and this is what's happening.
Yep.
By hour
Oh,
No.
Bartender.
between these lands, the sunset.
Oh, here we go.
You know.
Hey, let the big bastard got cut.
You didn't have to do that for me. We didn't do it for you, Michael. We did this for the good name of the company. None of this happened, all right?
Come on.
well, they don't know that he burned it down.
Well, the other guy said it was a nice pub, so I think
Yeah.
they implied it was going to be donezo.
Now that we got the furious jumping out of the way, Tommy's set.
Now he can think straight.
The date has been set.
He's clear-headed.
In 3 weeks from today, you checked out his house.
His coppers all over it.
That's who it was. I'm an idiot.
You'll have to deal with them yourself.
And if a copper gets killed,
There will be no consequences for you. I have given you my word.
Oh,
which I
yeah,
know
that
to be
goes along
worthless.
Yep. Thank you.
Yep.
That is why I have been settling my affairs in the event of my death.
Well, good luck with that.
I've made arrangements with men I trust.
Oh, if I go down.
If I should die, then you will die. Know that.
Take that.
Just when Campbell thinks he's getting one up on him.
That's what I mean with these two. It's just Boom.
Yep.
Boom.
Yeah, it's back and forth.
It's not like anyone gets a big lead on the other. It's,
right.
No. It's just
You get
within
baby
inches.
steps ahead.
A lot of booze this episode.
I feel like I'm drunk by watching how much everyone drank in this one.
I've never been able to just drink any kind of liquor just straight. I can do a shot of tequila or a shot of whatever, but just to pour a glass like that.
Oh, you put it on a little ice and have it with a nice cigar. Oh,
Yeah, I'm just an old-fashioned kind of guy. The drink, old fashioned.
Well, yeah, that I can.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
a good Wisconsin old fashioned. Oh yeah, those are amazing.
She sign it?
I hope so. I mean, that'd be kind of a jab if she didn't, right?
Ritz Hotel. London, Piccadilly.
Hello?
Is this the husband?
Who's that?
Oh, got cut.
Oh!
I guess the telephone lines in England are not so good, huh?
Got some information. Why did you come back, Grace? Why did Grace come back?
Oh, watch out! It's about to start.
Look away!
Look away! Wow.
That was a damn good one.
That was one of, I mean, I know it. I shouldn't even say that
It's a
because
broken
there's
record,
been
yeah.
so many good episodes this season and they just keep building on one another. And this one is no exception. I'm going to go right to the finish here. What is Grace doing back in London? I mean, everything is, it's going to be an entire mess when she shows up. I mean, as I said in the first season, Grace was the cause and the solution to all of Tommy's problems. Well, not all of them, but a great majority. And now that she's back, why is she bringing, presumably her husband? I'm pretty sure that they told us she was married. Why bring him to London? Why do all this unless she's still in love with Mr. Shelby? That's what I wonder, because there's no other reason to come back, right? But I just hope she's aware of the danger she's putting her husband in. If that guy makes it out of the next episode, I will be amazed, because I just don't think, oh, that's going to go down. But now the other big thing, oh God, there was so many things happen this episode.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And I guess instead of me just going through them, I want to maybe ask you guys what you think, because I maybe that's better than, I don't know, bouncing around. We'll see what happens. But with Alfie and Sabini basically making a deal now, saying, well, we'll be friends again, and the Peaky Blinders, do we even need them anymore, was kind of the vibe I got. And they held that shot on Tom Hardy like he was thinking about it, because they're asking, well, who's really in charge here? You know, the Peaky Blinders are running everything. You're just doing what they tell you. Seems like a lot of ego stuff going on there. I don't know. What do you guys think about
Well,
that?
it definitely was a truce, but and they gave us just a small little tidbit of their backstory by saying, well, we've been friends since school. So
they've also been enemies.
Yeah, they've also been enemies. And before that conversation happened, I thought it was just going to be explosions, just because of the way those two explosive personalities are. So to see them come to a truce and learn that they've been longtime friends, enemies, was kind of like, holy shit. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with Peaky Blinders and Alfie. I don't even know how to predict that. So I'm just going to defer to an answer and on that one.
Yeah, I mean, just because real quick, I'll just throw my 2 cents in that. The vibe that I got from it was that everything is so like ego driven. Who's really in charge? Who's really the boss? We saw that before with Tommy in with the 2 Irish and Campbell. He was kind of challenging everybody, saying, "Oh, are you the boss? Are you the boss? Or am I talking to the boss?" Right? That's what they wanted.
I think that was just him
Yeah.
And a way to get Campbell out of there. But yeah, I didn't mean to overstep there. But I don't know, your thoughts on?
I was just gonna say, I'm wondering if maybe Alfie is pulling the wool over on Sabini, because like, yeah, they have been friends and enemies, but maybe he'd rather work with Tommy and kick Sabini out there because
get everything,
because he's had to deal with Sabini for so many years. It's like, I don't want to have to deal with this guy. Tommy, he just lets me be me, because we watched Tommy just stood there and watched as Alfie, did his spiel to his men and then the new men coming in. So that's my kind of prediction that maybe they're going to end up working together.
It's just good to see the business relationship.
Well, that's what he was waiting for.
Boss is right over here.
Between May and Thomas develop more, as you had said earlier. Clearly, a business relationship.
That's all it was.
I wrote down business partner, LOL.
Well, and then the other thing,
Answer that LOL.
and he had it, and then he added the LOL. The other thing that I am so afraid for Michael in this series. I don't know if he makes it out of the season, because they're setting it up right where Paul didn't want him in the life. He's really good at it, as it turns out, has a talent for it, knows how to fight, as we saw, smart with the accounting. He's like a perfect fit to be a Shelby, and I think Thomas sees that, but I just got a bad feeling that, the, what do they call it, the ambition of youth or whatever is going to get him into trouble, because I thought when he was going to that bar, I thought something, but when I saw that bottle, I'm like, I thought he was going
to get you with a bottle. Yeah. And they made a point of showing that he has a friend that is pretty vocal about, well, I'm a Peaky now, where Michael was all just about doing the business, and his friend, look, he wanted to be respected as he deserved, but like we've all I have in my younger days, early college years, I partied pretty hard, and I was a state champion in martial arts, and I had friends who would party with me and knew such things, and would very often try to get me in fights down at UW-Madison.
You're on your own.
When we were all drinking. So I've lived that. You have brave friends when they're around you, and that doesn't always end up good for you.
Well, he'll kick your ass. I'll be over there.
More or less. And so that worries me, because they show that this kid is brave. Oh, let's get that drink.
Yep.
I got to be honest, though. The bartender, if he knew who he was right away, he should have spoke up right away.
Yeah,
right away. Like, he waited till they were already getting punched and stuff, and it got really bad. He should have been like, hey, he's with so-and-so, and just the entire situation could have been de-escalated immediately, but it wouldn't have played as well for the story.
You got to consider the time. You got to consider the time. Like in today's world, that is blah, 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 but I feel that there's probably, because of the time period where the barkeep is just, hey,
we'll see. I
take
thought
my
maybe,
subtle nod and winking and telling you.
After it got to the worst point, almost, a bad point. That's when he's like, "Are you fucking crazy?"
Yeah.
Police.
Well, see, now I thought maybe the bartender was maybe worried about blowing his cover. I'm not his cover, but didn't want to announce to everybody that a Shelby was here. I thought maybe that's what he was maybe afraid of. That's why he held back until the last possible moment. But it could go either way.
Well, yeah, folks, let me know if I'm just like way off on that. But I feel like in this time, the barkeep's job was basically to just be, here's your drink, sir, ma'am, thank you. And then it's on to the next. It's not like I need to give you information, because it seems like in these timepieces that we see, they hear a lot of information. They keep that information.
Yeah, they don't just blabber.
So maybe I'm really off, but just let me know.
I lost his bar. We also got to talk about Arthur's
Tokyo.
A little out of control. He spent 600 pounds in can we get a conversion of what 600 pounds would have been
of olives
in the early 1920s?
Well, and Tommy called him out on it, and I just get the vibe by the expression that Tommy gave to him was like, you say you have it under control. I don't believe you.
Yeah,
and that's where I wonder when does Michael start to come into this? When does John start to step up a little more? That's what I find interesting.
Well, because and that's why I asked. Like, right, Arthur is the oldest, right? Because it seems like whatever age
10,000.
Tommy is, they all look to Thomas. Like, he's the one in charge. He's the one they listen to. He's the one they go to with their problems. And so, like, when he was doing that to Arthur, you could see the look of, like, usually it's the younger brother, like, feeling like they let their older brother down. He looked at Thomas like, I let him down again. I let another vice get me. But to be fair, Thomas was the one that gave it to him.
Maybe
for race day only. It was just
maybe this
and
will be
grand
better.
openings.
Grand openings and race days. But look, Arthur
every day.
Arthur is clearly just wild. Look, everybody's out of control, but Arthur is really out of control. And I have a feeling like it's just there's every episode there's that sense of something bad's gonna happen every time, and that's kind of the interesting thing about the show is you're constantly just kind of kept like on pins and needles, just waiting for something to go south. And about every other episode, something real bad happens.
And the thing with Arthur though is that Tommy needs Arthur. I believe it was Aunt Paul. Yeah, I think it was Aunt Paul said it in one of the previous episodes. Like, you need your mad dog.
Yep.
You need every toolbox needs a hammer. Arthur's the hammer, right? And if you take Arthur out of the equation, the Peaky Blinders is very different without him, as even with as out of control at times as he is, and maybe trying to do some things behind Tommy's back.
Because you still need him there just for the intimidation.
Yeah,
he could blow up at any time.
You saw him in that bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Bottle in the guy's face like that.
That was nasty.
Brutal.
That was real nasty. But yeah, and then of course I know you brought it up. Grace is back in London. Somebody slipped Tommy a little bit of information. It's interesting that when he answered, it was you couldn't hear Grace in the background or anything. So I don't know if he got connected to a specific room or whatnot. But Grace had that look of, why is somebody calling our room?
Who would call our room? It's not like now.
She had a clue.
Yeah, well, these
she
early
knew
phones,
She knew who was calling the room.
But why would she come there? She's got to know how
because
it's
her new man was like, hey, let's go on a trip to London. Have you ever been there before? No.
Well, there's a lot going on there. Maybe we just go check out Green Bay, Wisconsin. I hear these Packers are playing football pretty well. Maybe we'll check that out. But no, I will look. The two characters I worry about the most: Grace's husband. If he makes
we just met,
I'll be surprised. And I'm telling you, Michael, early prediction, guys, he doesn't make it out of this season. I think that ends up being a major rift between Tommy and
I'm
Paul.
not actually worried about Michael at all. I feel
Really?
I feel like we're getting
like he's being groomed.
I feel like I'm getting put back into my youth here a little bit. Just knowing like, hey, I'm kind of naive a little bit. I shouldn't say I was ever a Peaky Blinder, but the naive part.
I was gonna say secrets revealed. Starring Diamond Dave.
Naive, but then as Michael was doing, like you alluded to, or what you said, is he was just there. He was going to do his drink, but the other, his friend, was the one that kind of said, "Well, we're Peaky Blinders," and then that whole thing escalated. But I feel that it's probably more us putting a worry on him because I feel like Michael, at least my opinion on this season, he's fine. It's just we're getting that viewpoint from a younger Peaky who's out there a little bit more than Finn.
And Thomas put him there to make it more legit, but then he still goes and finds trouble just because he is a Peaky Blinder.
And I think Thomas knows that because he saw in that scene with the horse how he had no fear once the bullets started flying. And that's where I was kind of alluding to. Is Thomas kind of secretly behind the scenes, kind of like grooming Michael for that next step in the situation of the Peaky Blinders to be ready to step up if and when Arthur falters or somebody else, or he just needs somebody to do what he can do?
I don't think he's grooming because he told Paul, which he's been a man of his word whenever he says something to Paul.
That is true. Yeah.
Hey, I'll keep him in the new business and not the old. So if he was truly trying to groom him, as you said, he would definitely be pulling him into the old business.
But he could also see how important he is.
Because of what he's got up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's definitely going to work with him for sure.
Yeah.
I just don't think he wants him being fully immersed
right away.
That part of the world.
Well, they didn't even let him have whiskey right away. They made him have the dark beer first.
He's 18.
Well, and that goes along with youth, right? I think if Tommy knows, if he just gives them everything, hey, you're the Peaky Blinders, you can walk around town, do whatever you want. Everybody bows down and kisses your feet. That would be devastating.
Well, that's what I'm worried about.
But now, he got a taste of it.
Well, I'm actually more worried about how that happened, and then he saw Arthur and John immediately go and take out that situation.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how Michael feels, because his friend said, well, that was a nice pub. And then they just did a quick shot, and then they did show him say, oh, you didn't have to do that. And then John Boy's like, oh, this never happened.
Yep.
So he seemed fine there, but how is that going to build going to the future now? Of like,
is that going to make him arrogant to everything?
Yeah, that's what I worry about.
To tell Arthur, though, we handled our business like men, or whatever he said there. So I feel like he's still trying to prove a point that he's fine to the guys.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't always need them. But I'm still curious to see how this is going to develop as we go further.
That's an issue. Then speaking of developing, is now they get back and forth to Campbell and Thomas. It seems like every time one thinks they have the upper hand, they don't. Like, you got to work with these two guys. Pulls them on the way. The one is a spy.
That was a brilliant scene. I loved that.
Look at that. Like, you think you have the upper hand on Thomas, he's gonna pull that one out on you.
Well, and it's interesting how they reveal what Tommy knows. We didn't know that Tommy knew that he was a spy until the same time Campbell did. So I like how
Which
they
is good
reveal
writing.
some of the information in here. And I agree with you, Answer. That was an amazing scene when Tommy had him in the hallway.
And then even in the church scene, he's like, well, take me out. I have my affairs all in order, and you will be next. Oh, my God.
I did like the scene with Ada and how he got there quick. And again, the de-escalation with, I can't remember that person's name, but how he was like, well, who's this?
Writer.
You know, just trying to be a little off guard a little bit. And then Ada said her thing, and then Tommy immediately just
turns on the charm.
And de-escalates. That was great, too. So...
yeah.
Oh my God, what another amazing episode. We got 2 left to this season, and we cannot wait for more. So for Diamond Dave,
formerly
of the Peaky Blinders, you heard it here first. That's
that's
basically, of course, the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.
Naive. Young and naive.
Naive.